we're actually building out an experience activation network, so globally, with quite a few experience activation centers everywhere from Warsaw to Sao Paulo. And these are end-to-end experience activation centers. So really across all paid, owned and earned, because what we're finding is our clients really want us to have a very integrated offering across all paid, owned and earned channels and touch points. And that's really what we're focused on. So media is part of that. Media is very much part of our whole multi-touch point, omni-channel, call it what you will, approach to marketing activation on behalf of our clients. And we've only just begun. We've got a whole scaled operation of circa 16,000 people across the globe, and we're busily kind of putting that to work now, actually developing new marketing operating models for clients and looking for sort of new solutions to their growth challenges. That's really the sweet spot of what we're doing at the moment.
And you're doing creative as well.
Oh yes, because I firmly believe, and I know that the rest of my team do too, that content is at the heart of experience activation. We very much are building our product and service offering around a data-driven, tech-enabled, content-powered way of going to market, which is exactly what our clients are asking for. And content creation and distribution is a fundamental part of that, because even when we're building new marketing operating models for clients, building actually a new content operating model is at the heart of that solution, because a lot of clients, and particularly, they've copied from the sort of D2C behaviors, a lot of clients have noticed that you can create very strong hero content off of your brand purpose and brand philosophy, and then you can dynamically deliver that across the globe in a way that is hyper-personalized for every single cohort that you're wanting to communicate with. And I think that's really becoming the holy grail of sort of content distribution, content creation, content distribution, which we're really seeing scale. So we're creating models and architectures for clients and service structures that really give them an unrivaled kind of speed, scale and agility in the marketplace, which is really what they're looking for.
So tell us about Adaptly, the acquisition, what that means.
Adaptly is such an exciting acquisition, and Nick, the CEO, and his team are such a brilliant, bright bunch of people. So I am so excited to get to work with them, basically get to scale what they do. What was so attractive about Adaptly for Accenture Interactive Operations was the fact that they really are leaders in terms of the whole platformization of marketing. They really know how to leverage platforms properly to be able to give a step change in business outcomes. We operate very much on bottom line and top line impact when we're talking to clients, and they do too. So in terms of actually the acquisition, it was completely in our wheelhouse, in our sweet spot, and it's going to allow us to scale our multi-touch point activation credentials very, very quickly. So we're incredibly excited. We've got a lot to do. But Nick and the team are on board, and we're working on all of our go-to-market strategies at the moment. So we're going to hit the ground running quite hard now in January. Identity is incredibly important, and for a lot of clients, we're building customer data architectures that really act almost as the enterprise brain within an organization that then fuels their marketing activation strategy. And identity is very much a part of that, because it delivers hyper-personalization, which we all know results in more effective business outcomes for clients. So we can see how the data-driven part is incredibly important, because that is almost the springboard for excellent experience activation. Then obviously you use that data to be able to really decipher the multitude pieces of creative that you need to actually suit each specific cohort group. So the dynamic creative optimization is also an integral part of what we do. And then obviously you've got multi-touch point activation. You have to be screen agnostic in this world today. We're very much starting with the world of programmatic delivery, because we do firmly believe that all media will be programmatically delivered as early as 2025, inclusive of TV. So that's really where our lens is. So we're starting first with programmatic activation, and then we'll scale that through to other myriad number of touch points, including TV, outdoor, radio, etc.
And Nikki, we're talking a lot about television, the exciting time of television, tremendous amount of content, new, advertisers coming into the sector, new brands, direct-to-consumer brands.
Absolutely.
By the same token, there's pushback by consumers around ad load and too many commercials and many going to subscription services. What do you think is sort of important in terms of innovation, in terms of television, from both the programmer side and also what you guys can drive?
Yeah, I think particularly the TV, some of the key TV players, and I would say that Linda Yaccarino has been quite at the forefront of this, but really looking for a new model and really looking for a data-fueled model. And we've also done a lot of work with a consortium of clients with our Open AP consortium, looking at exactly that. How can you almost take a lot of the data-driven blueprint from the digital operators and actually make sure that it becomes a blueprint for how TV is planned and bought. And I think we're going to see that scale quite quickly as the sort of legacy model that begins to die in terms of the way that TV is currently traded. I think that's very exciting. I also think, to your point, I think more needs to be done to make sure that any form of communication, conversation, experiences, brand communication is actually more engaging and enhances the customer experience. So that is also something that we're focused on in terms of our approach to experience activation, to make sure that advertising is not a tax and it's not an annoyance for the consumer, because ad blocking is only going one way. And we're obviously seeing the subscription and streaming model on TV, non-advertising based, gathering pace. So we've got to be very mindful of the fact that we've got to be able to create content that is truly additive to that customer experience and doesn't subtract and doesn't annoy and doesn't disrupt that customer experience.